Love and blessings to you. Thanks for being here with me on the journey. We're studying the lessons of A Course in Miracles together. Today's lesson number 274. Today belongs to love. Let me not fear. Father, today I would let all things be as you created them and give your Son the honor due his sinlessness, the love of brother to his brother and his friend. Through this I am redeemed. Through this as well, the truth will enter where illusions were. Light will replace all darkness, and your Son will know he is as you created him. A special blessing comes to us today from him who is our Father. Give this day to him, and there will be no fear today, because the day is given unto love. Today belongs to love. Let me not fear. A beautiful affirmation for you when you have to slow yourself down or you notice your mind wandering or getting a little anxious or intense. And I'm telling myself as I'm sharing this with you because I spent the day yesterday furniture shopping and trying to make decisions and everything. And so as I'm getting settled out here, these lessons are helping me do it calmly and not get caught up like I used to in my mind. And Ken Wapnick, he references a beautiful passage from the text. I'm going to read his commentary first, and then I'll share the passage with you related to this lesson. By realizing you are my brother, walking the same path I am, I learn that you are also my friend. I thus first see the face of Christ in you, realizing you and I share the same illusory belief in sin, but share also the forgiveness of God's innocent Son. It is only then that my healed mind remembers that we share the same unified and sinless self. Two friends have become one friend. So I love how he brings it into that idea of oneness and always seeing the face of Christ in your brother. Constant reminder every day. Okay, so the section of the Course that he references here is chapter 19, the attainment of peace. And it's in section 4, the obstacles to peace. And I highly recommend that everyone read that because there are so many obstacles to peace. It's like, here's a little read ahead packet of what you're going to face or what you can look back and see what your mind has done to set the conditions for you to be suffering in your life. So it's an amazing passage. I could just read a couple of these shorter titles. So examples of obstacles to peace are the fear of God, the attraction of death, the incorruptible body, the attraction of pain, the belief the body is valuable for what it offers. I mean, a lot of great wisdom in chapter 19, section 4. So let me just go ahead and read the paragraph that Ken picked out to support this lesson. Again, today belongs to love, let me not fear. And this is section 15 it's actually chapter 19, section 4, part D, and then paragraph 15. This is your brother, crucified by sin and waiting for release from pain. Would you not offer him forgiveness when only he can offer it to you? For his redemption, he will give you yours as surely as God created every living thing and loves it. And he will give it truly, for it will be both offered and received. There is no grace of heaven that you cannot offer to your brother and receive from your most holy friend. Let him withhold it not, for by receiving it, you offer it to him, and he will receive of you what you received of him. Redemption has been given you to give your brother and thus receive it. Whom you forgive is free, and what you give, you share. Forgive the sins your brother thinks he has committed, and all the guilt you think you see in him. So I think that's another beautiful reflection of extending yourself in love with your brothers and sisters. Forgive your brother of the sins he thinks he created. So as you're relating with people and you're listening in and you're noticing the self-judgments and the self-deprecating beliefs and patterns, in your mind, you can go through a forgiveness process where you're, asking the Creator to bring the light into this other being's troubled mind. And they may not even need to know, it could just be an extra step in your prayers that you remember to listen when you're with others and pray for them. Ask for the light and the peace and the remembering of who they are, rather than this laundry list of criticisms and regrets and grievances and all of that. And sometimes it's hard because I find myself getting a little irritated when I hear people complaining, whether it's about self or others. And it's like, okay, Sherry, well, that's your work. I'm not blaming someone else for making me irritated, but I have to remember that I'm going through this mind training process on a daily basis, and not everyone is, approaching their access to love in the way that I am. Like, I want the love, I want the peace, I want to realize that it's always been there. So yeah, just the human stuff comes up, and we just have to remember that we can do so much more for our brothers than we realize. And anything to take it off of yourself, any stress that you might have, any problems that you might have. I think the trick is to always consider, praying for others, considering others in the midst of your struggles, your issues, because really we all are healing together. And if you're, doing your practice and praying for your brothers and sisters, that we're gonna create this oneness of uniting back with God, back in our true state. There's gonna be like a calm and a peace that enters into the minds of ourselves and our brothers. And it's because of all this work that we're doing. So thanks for being here today. I appreciate your support and your love, and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow.